United is going to gain before the season comes to an end? Can Manchester United move to the second position or overtake Arsenal to win the English Premier League? And the Portuguese maestro Fernandes, who is doing magical moments as in the English Premier League, the most decorated number 10, the best number 10, the best midfielder in the world at the moment. And Bruno Fernandes idealizes all these fixtures in the English Premier League season. It's Michael Carrick's. Nihad, how are you doing? Nihad, how are you doing? Inshallah. Thank you so much for joining my and it's been great having you on board. A night United, a night when everyone thought everything is off for Manchester United. They lost to Tottenham Hotspur in the UEFA Europa League finals. And now Michael Carrick is turning things around for Manchester United to be the best version of themselves. The era of Sir Alex Ferguson is back. The era where Manchester United wins games upon games, matches after matches, weekend after weekend, and you realize Manchester United is turning things around to be better. Yeah, hi, how are you doing? MashaAllah, thank you so much for joining my live stream. Do you think Man United will win 5 games in a row? It's possible. Manchester United next game is against West Ham United at Old Trafford, and likely Manchester United can pick the 3 maximum points at stake. Their next game is against West Ham, and likely Manchester United can win 5 games in a row. It's possible. Brian Mbeumo is a Premier League proven attacker. Matheus Cunha is a Premier League proven attacker. Who do you think will win the Premier League? It's 50-50 now. It can either go Man City way, it can either go Man United way. There's only 3 points separating Manchester United and Man City, Manchester United and Aston Villa. 3 points separating these two clubs. Aston Villa drew today. City is yet to play against Liverpool at Anfield, and likely drops. But Manchester United is likely to move to the second position or to move to the third position in the English Premier League if Aston Villa loses a game or draws a single game in the English Premier League. Arsenal can win the EPL, Man City can win the EPL, Man United can also win the English Premier League 2025-2026 season. It can go either way. Who do you think is the best player for Manchester United? It's Bruno Fernandes. For the past 6 years, he has scored both goals and assists is 200. Goals and assists is 200 for Bruno Fernandes, the only midfielder or the only attacker for Manchester United who has done so much. When it comes to goals and assists, it has been Wayne Rooney. He has done so much when it comes to goals and assists for Manchester United. He is the top brainer at the moment. And most of the top midfielders that have done so much in the English Premier League has been Steven Gerrard, Frank Lampard, Kevin De Bruyne. These are the players that have done so much and that has put in so much effort when it comes to the English Premier League. And now, did you watch Abedi? Abedi Pele is my countryman, and I did. Abedi is one of the best prime players when it comes to football, and his son is Andre Morgan Ayew. His son is Jordan Ayew. Andre came to play for Swansea City. He moved to Leicester, and now Jordan Ayew is also playing for Leicester City. Andre played in the English Premier League before moving back to France and then moving elsewhere in the English Premier League. And there are so many things that will be happening. And Abedi has been one of the finest African footballers during his prime time, and his son Dede Ayew has also done so much when it comes to football. These are what we always want to see and we always want to hear when it comes to football matters. And there are so many players that have done so much when it comes to football. A lot happens. when it comes to football. There are so many things that originates when it comes to football. And in the English Premier League match day 25, Manchester United did everything to make sure the three maximum points at stake is where is the season heading towards? In the Spanish La Liga, in the German Bundesliga, in the Italian Serie A, and in the French Ligue 1. How is the season going to be if you support a club in the English Premier League, in the French Ligue 1, in the Italian Serie A? Which club do you really support, and where do you think your club will be heading towards over the season? 2025-2026 has been one of the most finest moments when it comes to the English Premier League, when it comes to the Italian Serie A, when it comes to the German Bundesliga, and when it comes to the French Ligue 1. A lot happens when it comes to football, but there are so many things that involves football matters. It's about what you think will be happening when football is about to happen. And this weekend has been one of the most important and the most exciting weekend ever in the English Premier League, in the Spanish La Liga, in the German Bundesliga. A lot has happened. Man City versus Liverpool at Anfield tomorrow. Who wins the three maximum points at stake? Arsenal is now leading Man City with 9 points at the moment. Can City win against Liverpool at Anfield, or can Liverpool pick the three maximum points at stake? Who wins this weekend? Arsenal has won against Sunderland by 3-0. Can Liverpool also win, or can Man City win against Liverpool this Sunday? And Tottenham Hotspur, who won against Manchester United in the UEFA Europa League finals, succumbed to a 2-0 defeat. Brian Mbeumo scored against Arsenal, scored against Man City, scored against Fulham, and is doing it back to back for Manchester United, fourth on the English Premier League table. And it's really exciting that a midfielder, a top number 10 best midfielder in the world, the only player that has done so much in the English Premier League is Kevin De Bruyne. And now, after 6 years down the line, Bruno Fernandes is making history game after game, match after match for Manchester United. Where do you think this club will be at the end of the season? Is it to win the English Premier League, or to be second, or to be third in the English Premier League? Nihad is saying, bro, I gotta go. In your next live stream, I will stay longer. Much love from you, Nihad. So much love from you for joining my live stream. Even spending a seconds on my live stream is really important. That's spending Monster. It's been wonderful on board. It's an exciting weekend for Manchester United. If you are a Manchester United fan, Mr. Monster, where do you think Manchester United will be at the end of the season? So difficult for Manchester United to win against Tottenham. Very difficult for Man United to win a game against Tottenham. And now Michael Carrick is turning things around for Manchester United. And now they've won 4 matches in a row. 12 maximum points at stake has been taken. Since Ruben Amorim was sacked, Manchester United have now won 4 games. The last time Manchester United won 4 games in a row was under Erik ten Hag. 2 years ago, Manchester United won 4 games in a row. Now we are heading towards a different season where a new breeze is happening at Manchester United. And Michael Carrick, who has been a legend and a former player for Manchester United, as an interim in his first managerial career for Manchester United, when Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was sacked, he won 4 matches. How far do you think Manchester United will go before the season comes to an end if you support Manchester United? And how excited are you for Michael Carrick to win 4 games in a row for Manchester United? Something that has never happened in 2 years. Alex Ferguson. Michael Carrick is now dedicated what Edgerson did for Manchester United several years to take Manchester United to win the English Premier League and play in the UEFA. Michael Carrick, excited are you? And the season is just getting started. And Michael Carrick is turning things around for Manchester United so fast. Michael Carrick is turning things around for Manchester United so fast. Over Tottenham Hotspur again. Manchester United was bent on winning, and they won. Barcelona 3, Mallorca 0, and they are Real Madrid in the Spanish La Liga now with 4 maximum points. If Real Madrid wins against Valencia, the points gap still drops to 3. Can Real Madrid win against Valencia and pull a string on the top 4 table and still maintain their second position, or overtake FC Barcelona and win the Spanish La Liga 2025-2026 season? The season is just getting hot, match after match, day by day, season after season, and the league table is just turning around to be best. Where do you think Man United will be at the end of the season? Is it to be second, or is it to be third, or is it to go down the drain and not winning the English Premier League? How far do you think Man United will go? How far do you think FC Barcelona will go? And how far do you think Real Madrid, Arsenal, Chelsea and Man City will go before the season comes to an end? Mr. Monster, I'm doing great, and I hope you're also doing good as well. How is the season going to be if you support Manchester United, if you support Man City, if you support Arsenal, if you support Tottenham Hotspur? How is the season going to be in the 2025-2026 for Man United, for Arsenal, for Tottenham Hotspur, for Man City? And in the Spanish La Liga, it's getting hot and hot, game after game. Man City, Barcelona, Real Madrid, these clubs are fighting head to head to make sure the league title is won before the season comes to an end. Real Madrid is now 4 points separating Real Madrid and then FC Barcelona. But how far is the gap going to be closed for Man United, for Man City, for Arsenal? Which one of these two teams can stretch the league and win the title before the season comes to an end? Who do you think has 99.9% chance of winning the English Premier League, Spanish La Liga, German Bundesliga, Italian Serie A, and the Portuguese League? Which club do you think has 99.9% chance of lifting the season trophy before it comes to an end? Who is going to do it? Is it going to be in favor of Man City? Is it going to be in favor of Arsenal? Or is it going to be in favor of Manchester United? These 4 best clubs, who has 99.9% chance of lifting the league trophy at the end of the season? Will he go in favor of Man United, or will he go in favor of Manchester City or Aston Villa? Who wins the English Premier League 2025-2026? Man United, Arsenal, Man City or Tottenham Hotspur? Who wins the English Premier League title 2025-2026? Will he go in favor of Man United, or will he go in favor of Arsenal? Which club do you support? And Brian Mbeumo has scored consistently above the top 6 clubs in the English Premier League. He has scored against Liverpool, he has scored against Man City, he has scored against Tottenham Hotspur, he has scored against Aston Villa, and it's still counting. He still has the chance of making it top for Manchester United. And Manchester United, credit should be given to Ruben Amorim, who made sure certain players will be signed for the club. And Brian Mbeumo joined, and Matthias Cunha also joined Manchester United in a season where everything needs to turn around to be the best. Let me know what you think about Manchester United 2-0 win over Tottenham Hotspur, and Arsenal 3-1 win against Sunderland, and it's still counting. Which team do you support, and which team do you think is going to win the league 2025-2026? Now 4 points is separating Barcelona and then Real Madrid. If Real Madrid wins, they now close the gap to 1 point. But if Real Madrid loses to Valencia, the points gap will be stretched to 4. Can Real Madrid win the game against Valencia, or Real Madrid is going to drop a point? How far do you think the season will be for Real Madrid, for Man City, for Chelsea, for Manchester United, for Arsenal? How far do you think the season will be for these best clubs in the English Premier League? Man City have qualified to the round of 16 in the English Premier League. The top 8 best teams that qualified into the English Premier League, that qualified into the UEFA Champions League round of 16. Man City is part of it. Liverpool is part of it. Chelsea is also part of it. And Arsenal is part of it. These are the prime best clubs in the English Premier League. And these clubs have all qualified to play in the UEFA Champions League. How far do you think these clubs will go at the end of the UEFA Champions League round of 16 qualify? Can Man City go through? Can Chelsea go through? Can Arsenal go through? Which of the clubs do you think has 99.9% chance of exiting the round of 16 in the UEFA Champions League, or winning in the round of 16 qualify? Which club do you really support, and which club do you think is going to do it beyond your imagination? The club I think can do it is Arsenal, Man City, and Liverpool. These are the clubs I think they have the edge and the niche to make sure they secure every single spot and every single point for their clubs. And now Bruno Fernandes is turning Manchester United misfortunes into blessings in the 2025-2026 season. Every misfortune comes with blessings, and Bruno Fernandes is making sure the blessings flows for every single Manchester United fan. And Michael Carrick is also making sure he is turning things around to be the best, and then to be the greatest, and to be the finest for Manchester United. And everything is happening so fast in the English Premier League. And how far and where do you think your club will be at the end of the season? It's about Manchester United way, Man City way, Arsenal way, Liverpool way, Chelsea way. And Chelsea did everything they could to make sure they pick the 3 maximum points as they go back to the Stamford Bridge. And Arsenal did their best to make sure the 3 maximum points at stake is also being won. How far and where do you think these clubs will be before the season comes to an end? When you join the live stream, double tap on the screen, like, share, and subscribe to the channel. How far do you think Arsenal will go before the season comes to an end? And how far do you think Chelsea will go before the season comes to an end? And how far do you think Man City will go and Tottenham Hotspur will go before the season comes to an end? Which of the clubs do you really support in the English Premier League, in the Spanish La Liga, in the German Bundesliga, in the Italian Serie A? Which club do you really idealize the most? Which club do you really love the most? And can your club, Spanish La Liga 2025-2026, Italian Serie A 2025-2026, German Bundesliga 2025-2026, and the French League 2025-2026. Which club do you think has 99.9% chance of winning the league before the season comes to an end? Is it Manchester United way, or Arsenal way, or Man City way, or Tottenham Hotspur's way? To dare is to do. And how far do you think Tottenham Hotspur will go before the season comes to an end? Tottenham Hotspur started so well. They signed great players. They signed Ghanaian international Kudus Mohammed. And these players are flying in the English Premier League. They are doing so well in the English Premier League. But how far do you think they will take their club to before the season comes to an end? It's always going to be very exciting when the season comes to an end. It's always going to be really exciting when you have a club that you really support. You have a club that always wants to come out with the best version of themselves. And Manchester United is doing so back to back in the English Premier League, back to back in the EFL Cup, back to back in the French League, in the Spanish La Liga, in the German Bundesliga, and in the Italian Serie A. These clubs are doing it so well to make sure every single point at stake is being won. How far and where do you think your club will be before the season comes to an end? Let me know what you think in the comment section. Bruno Fernandes scoring 104 goals, giving 96 assists in his 6 year stint with Manchester United, and everything is turning around. Different version for Manchester United. How far and where do you think Manchester United will be before the season comes to an end? Is there going to be an euphoria where Manchester United will drop curtain raiser on all the big guns in the English Premier League? Where and when, and a time is coming, everyone will smile for Manchester United, everyone will smile for Man City, everyone will smile for Tottenham Hotspurs, and everyone will bow down to worship Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes is the best number 10 in the world. No one comes close to Bruno Fernandes. Even at his age, he's still the prime best midfielder in the new contract and remain playing for Manchester United, or you want Bruno Fernandes to exit Manchester United and move elsewhere and ply his street out there.